up, YouTube? Welcome to Empower Her series. This is your girl and your host, Lana, and this is a show we educate to elevate and aspire to inspire. Thank you for tuning in on another episode of the Empower Her series. On this episode, we're going to be talking about dating, relationship, and marriage. And today I have with me my two very best friends. We've literally been friends since freshman year of high school. So you guys are about to be in an everyday type of talk. This is going to be so easy to talk about. But before we start, they're going to introduce themselves. They're going to say their names, how long they've been in a relationship for, and what they like and what they've learned. Hilda, take it away.
Well, my name is Hilda, and I've been in a relationship for 2 years. And what I can say that I can take away from a relationship is patience. You have to have patience in your relationship. You can't always, think it's about you. You also have to think about the other person. And what I love about my relationship is we both support each other in our businesses or whatever we put our minds to. So, yeah.
That's so sweet. Take it away.
All right, my name is Sandra, and I'll be in a relationship for almost 2 years now. What I enjoy about my relationship is the communication and the caring we have. And then what I've learned in my relationship is that sometimes you just really need to listen to the other person because they could be having a bad day, and without asking and listening, you wouldn't know. So definitely listening is very important.
So on social media, right, there's a lot of controversy of what this word means. So we want to talk about it. What is your definition of dating?
Well, I don't really know the definition of dating, but I will just put an example out there. So I was watching the Parkers, and they were asking, there's these two couples. Okay, not a couple, but they were messing around, and they said that they were dating, but they weren't in a relationship. And dating can be used to be in a relationship, or dating can be used in the talking stage. Right. So it's two different things, but I don't know which one it is.
Right. What about you?
Honestly, bouncing off what Hilda was saying, this role, we have so many different meanings of dating. I'll give another example. Dating could be just talking to random different people, and someone will call that, oh, I'm dating, because I'm testing out the water. So literally, dating doesn't have a defined definition, in my opinion, because there's so many subtopics of it,
What
I
about
feel
talking?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel in our age now, talking should not be a thing.
Oh, yeah.
What are we talking about? Exactly. You can talk in dating, you can talk in relationship. To me, I feel dating is I'm getting to know you. We're going out together. We're going out to eat. We're going to the movies together. We're going to take a walk downtown. That's dating. Going out, what's the word to say? Collecting data from the person to know that, do I want to be in a relationship?
Yeah, that was a good one.
No, I heard somewhere that dating is collecting data from the person to see if you want to be in a committed relationship with them. So dating is not a commitment. You can literally be dating around. So when someone tells you, oh, I'm dating around, it's not they have 5 different boyfriends. It's literally they're collecting data from different guys to see what they like and who they want to be with. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so another thing that comes with dating is situationships. How do you define situationships? You go
Messy.
Messy?
Yes.
Big
messy.
Caps letter. Messy.
Literally messy.
Why?
Because situationship. Look at the first word of it, situation. You're literally having situations after situation that it's if it's probably from the girl's point of view or probably from the guys, and if you guys are both toxic and bringing it, you're literally gonna have a situationship, and it's just messy. You don't even enjoy it. And I don't understand why people put themselves through it. But at the same time, many people don't realize it. So it's hard.
A lot of people can't spot it. So after this question, we're going to talk about how to spot one. What do you think a situationship is?
Well, me, I think a situationship is when you guys really like each other, want to be with each other, and you guys can't let each other go, but you guys don't want to step into the next level of a relationship. That's what a situationship
That's good.
is to me, yeah.
Being with each other, but you don't want that commitment.
You guys don't want to let each other go. It's that toxic, what she was saying.
Yeah. I think situationship is it can be both genders, but what is common is like the girl is dating the boy, but the boy is not dating the girl. If that makes sense. Situationship comes from when there's no communication on what is going on. Like the guy can literally, or the girl can lead you on, and you're like, oh, I'm with the person, this is my boyfriend or this is my girlfriend, but the other partner is like, oh, we're just friends and we're just trying to see what's going on. That is what I classify as a situationship, when there's no title going with the flow, there's no commitment, but yeah, you guys are together. Like, what is going on?
I literally hate that. No, I literally hate that. When guys say, I want to see what's going on, what do you mean what's going on? You are...
That means he doesn't know what he wants, and he's just going to drag you along. Because to me, it does not take that long for a person to know that, oh, you're the person I want to be with. Like, if you guys are talking, or if someone's talking for like 6 months, there's no improvement at all, then one of the one of the partners in the party definitely don't know what they want. Because I'm not about to sit here and tell you, or give you girlfriend benefits, or you give me boyfriend benefits, and there's no like commitment to it. Like, at this age, come on, like it makes no sense. So like, how do you think we can spot a situationship? For like, maybe someone is in right now and they don't even know it. How do you spot one?
To be honest, like, I have been in one, and I say like, you can't really like spot, like, when you're in a situationship, it's hard for you to see that you're in a situationship. Like, you'll go on and like he will do stuff to you, or she'll do stuff to you, and you just won't see it. Like, it's just like, you know, normal to you. Like them, they told me many times, but my mind just wasn't there. Like, my head wasn't there. Like, I wasn't ready. Like, I feel like once the person realizes and is ready to let go, then, you know, they maybe can spot the situationship. Like, be like they're gonna be like, oh yeah, like, you know, what am I doing? Why am I wasting my time with him or her? But yeah, it takes time. It's going to really take time for you to, you know, spot it, but eventually you'll spot it.
See, what she said was very important about, like, needing us for that, because when you're in it, you don't see what's going on, but an outside person that you trust can see it. So, like, for example, like, I've been in it, you've been in it, and, like, when I was in it, I just thought this was a process to a relationship, like, this is what's needed. And so, like, I confided in either one of you guys, and you guys told me that, oh, no, it's not supposed to be this way. Yeah. Or, like, when you were in it, like, you couldn't see it, so we had to, like, tell you.
Yeah, but you told me so many.
See, we had to, like, wait for you to get there, because no matter what we say, it's all on you. Like, you have to wait for you to get there. So you couldn't really spot it yourself, and I couldn't spot it myself. I needed, like, my two closest friends to help me spot it. So if you think, or you questioning that if you're in a situationship, ask like a very close person that you trust that's around you to give you their idea or their thinking about what you're going through. Well, how do you think you can spot a situationship?
Really bouncing off what you guys just said, like, yourself, you don't see it. You think it's normal. Oh, this is how the relationship is gonna be. It's gonna get normal. It's gonna be okay. Let me go through it. And you do need to communicate with your friend or like someone you really trust, because you expressing your feelings, they can tell, like, okay, this sounds not good at all. You want your friend to tell you the truth. You don't want those friends, oh, stick through it, you know, you'll be fine. No. So I definitely like encourage finding that trustful friend and talking to the person to be able to see that situationship is the way, because outside people, they don't see it. They see, oh, they're in a cute relationship, and then but they don't know what's really going inside. And you're thinking it's normal. This is how it's supposed to be.
I really like the person. I want to be with the person. Like, it's like almost like you're blinded by like what you desire. Because when you're with someone you like, you want it to work so bad. You know, you can literally like go to the moon and back to make sure it works, but
that's you don't. You want it to work so bad, but like it's not just working, but like you're trying your best. And it's not going on.
In a relationship, it's not only about you. Like Hilda said earlier, you're literally bringing someone else's life into your life, and if someone already has so much baggage, that's asking yourself, can I handle this? Can I
as well?
And so like situations like that, it's like, dang, you have to really think about it, but at the same time we're blinded by our desires, like you said. So
it's sad, but hey, you have to, like, if you see a friend is in a situationship, definitely like I I would advise you to speak up on it. Like, if you guys have that trusted relationship and bond, sit that person down, like, hey dude, hey girl, hey sis, this and that, and give them patience to get there to the conclusion that, oh, maybe I should leave this, or maybe I should speak on this. Because sometimes situationships can change by communication. Maybe the other party did not know this is what you want and this is what was going on until you draw their attention to it. So with communication, like, hey, this is going on and I want this, it's my standards, are you ready to meet it or no? And then if not, I suggest you leave and find something better. If they are willing to step up to the plate, then I pray for the best for y'all. So on the contrary to all of this, how do you spot a healthy relationship?
To spot a healthy relationship, I would say, honestly, for me, how I knew my relationship was healthy was how he was pouring knowledge into me, giving me, tips, how to like better myself, how to make myself look, I don't know, good as in a way, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like he was just pouring knowledge into me, and he was being generous, caring to me. Anything I talk about, any situation I talk about, he will like, give me options and stuff like that. And like, that's how I spotted, like, yeah, that's the man for me, that's the one I want, because even if I'm at my worst, he was there to pick me up. So yeah, that's how I spotted a healthy relationship of mine. But
so you were able to like tell him anything you want, and he will piggyback on that to motivate you, encourage you, or whatever you need from him, he was able to supply and give you your needs. Okay, I love that. Go ahead, sis.
So for me, I'll use my religion as an example. For me, it's like kind of like what Hilda was saying, talking and being able to express my feelings. And the biggest thing in my relationship, the Bible. We literally go straight to the Bible, and anyone that can sit down and be like, we need to pray about this, or let's pray about this, or let's go to the scripture, or do this, oh my goodness, it's like, yes, because
tears.
Literally, at the end of the day, we all need to fall back to God. And if someone can just, say God and then bring their advice in, it's that comfort. You're like, wow, I'm not left astray or anything, that my boyfriend or my partner wants to listen to me. And so communication is definitely also healthy. Like, you cannot sit here and be like, I'm not going to talk to this person for like the whole day or like multiple hours, or and be like, because I'm mad at them. I mean, there's a difference between being mad at the person and like, hey, let them know, hey, I'm upset, but I want to be able to talk through it. Let me think about what I want to say, because I don't want to lash out and say something disrespectful. If you do not have that communication, you will never figure out anything. You wouldn't know what's going on with the person. You wouldn't know, the important things. So healthy is communication, trust, being able to know what's good for you, and listening. Because if you're not listening, it's another problem. So I could go on, but I'm going to pass it on to Nana and see.
What you both said that I think was like the key point to me was communication. If you can talk about anything and you can talk about it in a respectful manner, that is a healthy relationship. You're able to receive what the person is saying, and also like comprehend and just understand what's going on. That's a healthy relationship. Communication like fixes so many things. Like, once you're able to talk about your feelings and talk about what's going on in the relationship, and the person can also do that I believe builds a healthy relationship. Like, if you're going through a relationship and like no one is really talking about what's going on, how they're feeling, what they want, what they don't like, what's the point of being in a relationship? Okay, so we live in a world that is very distracting, like social media, and just the daily, like everyday walk in this earth is a distraction. So like, in your relationship right now, how do you stay focused and how do you stay committed in a distracted world? You can go first.
To honestly ignore the distractions in this world, you have to want your relationship. You want to be focused, and you have to want to know that you want the relationship. You do not want to throw your relationship away because someone wanted to tempt you and you had a one-night stand with them. That is not worth the relationship if you know you want your relationship. If you're a person and you are not focused and know that you want it, distractions can come in. Like they say, the devil can come and take away things. That's how someone will come and take away your relationship, because you are not focused and you are not determine that you want this person. And so for me, I'll use myself as an example. I know I want to be with my boyfriend. I know that I want to build with him. I know that I want to invest with him. I want to build that empire with him. So he's my focus. Like, we are each other's focus. We know that even if a distraction comes, we tell each other, like, oh, guess who texts me, or like, guess who's doing this, you know, like you should be able to talk about the distractions and like, hey, this is what's going on, but you know, you're my person. You want to be each other's person. And I feel like that's so important, and it's like the beginning to not get distracted, you know? So
two things she said is like wanting it and having focus. Like, once you want it, it's like it comes, the being like committed comes easy because you want it. Like, for example, if you want a degree, you go to school and you stay committed to school and you get your degree. If you want a car, you stay committed to saving up and making sure you get the car you want. Wanting it actually is like the first step to staying committed. And once you're in it, you stay focused. Like, one thing about me was like, in high school when I was dating, like they can definitely like speak on this, was when I was with my boyfriend at the time, every other guy was like a blur to me. Like, I wanted my boyfriend so much that like, if you text me, I'm not even going to respond. If I respond, you're going to be a friend, or I'm going like, hey bro, hey brother, you like I'm not even, I remember like even school dances, I wouldn't even dance with any other guy. Like, once I am focused on you, that I want you, and I know that I want to build a future with you, distractions don't even seem to be, like, I don't even see it. Yeah. Like, if you want a relationship, distractions shouldn't even, like, though it happens and you see temptations and everything, you can easily like walk away from it because it's not what you want. You're already with what you want. Mm-hmm. You get it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's your take on this?
I would say, like, if you like to be in a committed relationship, you have to actually really like that person and find that person attractive. It may seem like kind of like, you know, shallow what I'm saying right now, but it's true. Like, you have to actually find your partner, somebody that you like. For example, like social media, all you see is big butt and big boobs. That's what's in right now. Like, a girl, like Instagram models have big boobs, big butts, and like that's what guys like right now. Like, that's what's trending right now. And I feel like if your man is not able to, you know, like, you know, see a girl walk past with big boobs and big butt, and not be able to not, you know, like hold himself, or if she like, you know, brings herself upon him and he's not able to, you know, contain himself because of her body, then yeah, that's not he's not ready for a committed relationship. It's for the guys also too. I mean, the girls too. With the guys, a lot of girls like guys with, you know, beards, tall, have abs,
chocolate skin, waist.
That's what's in right now for the girls too. And if you're not able, if a man like that comes to your DMs and you're not able to stop yourself, then you're not ready for that committed relationship. A committed relationship, everything has to be like ill to you, like how she said, like anybody you see is like ill. I don't want to be with him.
I wouldn't say ill, but it's like, oh, you're not relevant to me.
Like, for example, if your man has a pot belly, you're gonna have to, you know, like,
either encourage him, let's go to the gym, babe.
Like, cause like if a guy with, you know, abs come to your DMs, you're gonna have to be able to be like, no, I have a man. Even though my man has a pot belly, I still love him and he's the best.
And that's all, period.
But yeah, honestly, cause like for example, me and my man, when a girl with a big butt or big boobs walk past, we're like,
that's right. You know, like both look at it.
We're both admiring it, but he wouldn't go like, you know, to her and try to like talk to her, mess with her because of how her body looks or how she looks. But yeah,
because he's focused on you. Yeah, and you guys can look and have a good time looking at somebody else. But
we're just admiring.
And you're admiring together, but deep down it's not like that. You know
it's not like that.
Okay, yeah. That's cool. All right, so another thing I wanted to like touch on is expecting the perfect from a person. Like, they say there's no perfect person, like that's true and everything. So like, one thing that comes with that is people have this fantasy of how a relationship is supposed to look like or how they want it to be. So you guys being in a long-term relationship, like what is the difference between the reality love and the fantasy love? You go ahead and start.
Okay, so I would say this. I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos, like a lot of YouTube couples, like Ace Family, who else? Dear and Ken, all of them. I used to watch all the YouTube couples, and then after a while, Queen and Chris, like after a while, everybody just started breaking up and stuff like that. This person was cheating on somebody, and I was like, I can't, always like, look on social media, see a relationship and think they're all good, because they're not. And that's a fantasy, love to me. Like, some couples, like, they'll go on vacations. This guy would buy her this, Birkin bags. And all this, but it's not good at home. At closed doors, they're fighting, this and that. You don't know that. Like, they're probably going through real, like, problems. And we don't know that, but we just see on social media, so we think, like, that's what we want and stuff like that. But reality, you're gonna argue. You're gonna have, like, times where, like, you don't want to talk to him. Like, for me, I'm a stubborn person. When, like, my man makes me mad or something like that, I do not want to speak to him. They know. They always tell me that I should speak to him and stuff like that. But me, I'm the type of person, if you, like, annoy me, I did not want to speak to you for a while until, I feel like speaking to you. And that's the reality of a relationship. Like, it's not going to be all peaches and cream. You're going to have arguments. You're going to have disagreements. There's going to be some times where, like, you guys just don't want to see each other. You guys don't want to be in each other's spaces. But then again, at the end, it's all worth it, because you guys are going to love each other, have kids, have a foundation, empire, and it's all going to be the best.
Thank you. That was good. That was good.
Yeah, thank you.
What's your definition of fantasy and reality, love?
Literally, Hilda basically summed it all up. I mean, for me, I would say social media, like, it literally gives you this relationship. It's like, this is how relationships are supposed to be. And at the end of the day, it's really not, because you then compare to your relationship. And so when your man is not doing that, you're like, you're not doing that. This is like what this relationship is doing.
That can be so detrimental to your relationship.
It's so dangerous, and it's like not good at all. So, like, literally, Hilda said the same everything, because at the end of the day, you can argue, have disagreements, you don't want to talk to the person, but I think you guys have that focus, like I was saying. You want to be with each other, and so you come out together at the end, and you have your good relationship. And another thing is, people say that you're supposed to have a perfect relationship. No one is perfect, like you said. Your perfect is your definition. Like, my boyfriend right now, I think he's so perfect, but to someone, he's not perfect.
Right.
Because the reason why he's perfect to me is because he's my boyfriend. He's who I want. He's who I'm investing in. And so he's perfect to me. And so perfect is your personal definition. It is not the world's definition.
Reality love is, you're going to have arguments, because imagine this, you're a whole person being with someone who's whole. They already have their peace within themselves. They know who they are, and so do you. And once you guys come together, you have to literally, like, clash a little bit to make sure you become one. Like, becoming one is not just, there we are, we're one. It's literally learning each other, like, changing things about each other, like a Venn diagram type.
That's how you call it. They come together, in the middle is what you're both has brought together.
Yeah, so, like, it's a lot to, like, you also, it's not just you anymore. You're now living in somebody else's life. You're now having to be a second-hand person in their life as well. If they need something, it's a lot. You have to be there for them emotionally, physically, sometimes financially. You have to be there for them in different ways and you can't even, like, imagine. So it's like, it's not all, like, peaches and cream, like what she said. It's supposed to be, like, lovey-dovey here and there, going on dates and that stuff like that. Like, have your good times, but there's definitely bad times that, if you guys are strong enough and willing enough and want each other enough, you will definitely get through.
I have a quick thing to say too. Don't lower down your expectations. Like, set your boundaries. Yes. Like, you can have your man talking to you any type of way. Your man, like, I wouldn't say that he has to buy you everything, but, like, he should at least, show appreciation. Little appreciation,
Mama used to say something.
A little something.
I used to say something?
Yeah. She used to say that, I think, I forgot what we were talking about this one time. As females, we are the prize. We are literally worth a lot.
Facts.
And so, do not let a man degrade you. Do not. That's so important, like literally what you said. Do not let your man talk to you out anyway. And also, females, we should also be talking to men anyway as well.
Yeah, don't hit your man too.
Yeah. Like, that is very true. You don't want to hit. But at the same time, females, we're special. Like, when we cry, God hears our tears. So if a man is making us cry, that's a no-no. You should not be like, it's going to get better tomorrow, because your tears are important and you do not want a man to.
So the next topic that I want us to touch on is I'm asking this because I know both of you guys want this. I know you guys, we talk about this all the time, is marriage. And you guys being in a kind of serious relationship right now, how are you preparing yourself to be a wife?
So as for me, like I said earlier, I'm like a big Bible reader. So definitely what the Bible has to say. And there's like definitely like the Bible has everything in it.
Every answer.
Right. So like there's scriptures about marriage, there's scriptures of how the female should be, there's scriptures about how male to be. So definitely reading that and understanding that. As for that, also listening to pastors preach is definitely something I look into. And then me evaluating myself, knowing that letting go certain things that maybe if I have things in the past that is bothering me, I should let it go because I don't want to take that into my marriage. I don't want to take that into my, I don't want to take that so it can potentially hurt my marriage, you know? So like evaluating myself and realizing that some things aren't worth getting mad over. So definitely that's very important. There is like, I feel like in the African community, there's always people that will come to you and be like, oh, this is how my marriage is going. This is what I'll advise you. I mean, I know if you watch like all the African engagements or you go to engagements and weddings, there's that one auntie or those aunties that would tell, oh, in marriage, you should do this, you should do this. I feel like when those situations come, I take it with a grain of salt. I listen and I'm like, you know, respectful and listen to what they have to say. But at the end of the day, I make my own choices.
Right.
So I take what they say and evaluate it. Is like, are you saying that because, you know, you want to say that, or are you saying that because that's the reality of what marriage is? So me realizing like what the good and what someone's saying that because they probably experienced it. I mean, people speak from their own experiences, and you can take that, but sometimes it might not work for your own marriage. And I know like a while ago we were talking about how your mom makes food for your dad is probably not the same way your husband wants you to make the food. So you also have to know what your future husband likes. You want to know what meals they enjoy so you can better that for yourself. You don't want to succumb to marriage empty-handed as well. So getting myself together. So I feel like it's a big thing because you just automatically don't. Like my mom always says in Tria, which I'm not going to repeat because I'll probably butcher it up. You don't just automatically get up and go to marriage. It takes time. You have to build yourself. You have to realize what you want. You have to know what this person is, and you have to know that if you guys will come together. So me, I'm working on myself, also following the Bible, listening to pastors, also knowing what
your boyfriend likes.
Yes, like knowing what he likes, and you know, and so it just takes time to prepare. And you don't prepare overnight. Like you can prepare for a week and then you forget about it, and then you have to come back to it again because stuff like this doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
So
one thing that we've talked about is like who to listen to for advice. You have to have that conscious decision that this person, her advice came from hurt. You can tell that this came from a bad experience. This came from negativity. And some marriages that I grew up around and I've seen secondhand and like everywhere, some marriages starts from suffer. And those people are the same people that will come and advise you. But when they advise you, it's going to be something that's going to be very hurtful to you and your marriage. So you have to be able to have that mindset that, oh, this is what I want, but what she's saying or what he's saying does not really correlate with what I believe, what the Bible says. So be able to know, like you say, take a grain of salt, to know that this, I'm not listening to it, but this, I definitely need to listen to it. And another thing you said was you're preparing by studying what your boyfriend likes, because we did have a conversation that the way your mom treats your dad is not the way your boyfriend wants. It's probably the way your boyfriend wants you to treat him in marriage. Like just because it works for them doesn't mean it works for you. Like while you're in your committed relationship, learn your boyfriend. Take time to know. This goes vice versa as well. Learn your girlfriend. Take time to know what they like, what they hate, what they love, and how they want to be treated, so that when you get into the relationship, the marriage, it is the way they want, not what you thought or assumed they wanted. How about you?
I would say that how I'm preparing is I'm preparing myself mentally, because like I know I'm about to go on this crazy path of marriage. Like, do I really want to do this? Is this like something that I'm willing to do? Like put my whole life, my all into it.
And another thing, or are you done? I don't want to cut you off.
No, you can go ahead. I can start.
I think I think just a couple of weeks ago, my pastor was just talking about how he asked his father, if when your grandkids are ready to marry, what are you going to tell them? And his grandfather grandparents, the grandpa said, I'm still learning. Marriage is a learning process.
Love that.
And this man is like 80 something years old. And he's like, and his dad, the pastor, was like, that's all you're gonna say? I'm still learning. He's like, yeah, I'm still learning, because you don't learn any of this like right now. You don't learn it like 3 months from now. You learn it throughout the process. Like, you are still learning.
As long as you guys are both alive, we're still learning each other. You're still learning marriage. Like, it's not like I graduated marriage today. I graduated my certification. I can get married now. It's more of like every day is a new thing. It's a new lesson that you just go about. Like, I like that. Yeah. I'm still learning. Continue.
And also, I look at my parents' marriage too. Like, I like how my mom was submissive to my dad, but it's like a 50-50 like marriage, and that's how marriage is supposed to be. It's supposed to be 50-50. Like, you cannot like take up all the the load problems and stuff like that. Like, if the child needs a diaper change, let the dad do it. Or if you can't cook right now, you're tired, like, let the dad do it. I mean, the husband do it. I might say that. Let the husband do it. But yeah, you have to when you're going in a relationship, how I'm preparing myself, I have to know that I'm going to be doing 50-50 work, or maybe the most of the work, because But yeah, how I'm preparing myself is also being submissive to my husband. I like to, show him that, I like to, cook for him. I like to decorate my food when I give it to him. I know that, I want to cook for my husband every day. I know the man I'm with right now, he doesn't know how to cook. But I'm going to be doing it, and I'm okay with that. I was watching Jenny on Real Time Day Life, the show, whatever. She was talking about how she's going to be submissive to Jeezy. And a lot of people in the comments were like, I wouldn't be submissive to my husband, this and that, da da da. But she wasn't saying it in that type of way. She was saying that it's going to be like a 50-50 thing. I don't know what examples to put, but marriage is supposed to be a 50-50 thing. That's main core. It can't just be only you, because I've seen a lot of relationships where the woman is tired and she's not herself. She's losing herself, and I don't want that in my marriage. So in my marriage, how I'm preparing myself is that I have to find myself, especially if I have a baby or stuff like that, and I have depression. I have to pick myself up. It's not I don't know, when you're insecure or when you're tired and stuff, it's inside of you. Your husband can bring it out of you, but he could be a little bit help. But yeah, I just want to be able to find myself if I'm down in a marriage, and yeah, that's all I can think of right now.
Yeah. No, I love that. Let's touch on the submissive topic thing real quick. So I feel like submissive comes very easy for women, especially women of God, women who know their place, women of power. But the thing is, a woman can submit very naturally to a man who is a leader, who leads her properly. So in the Bible, what I believe we all believe here is God, the man, the wife, and the children. If my husband or want to be husband is not submissive under God, there's no way I can submit under him. If you're letting God lead your life and you're submissive under God, I can submit under you easily. Submissive to me is I can change some things, I can humble myself in some ways, I can do some things for you. If I see that you are a great leader, I can definitely confine myself, because see myself being a great wife to you because you are a great son to God, and once I'm submissive under you, then the children can be submissive under us. It's a whole step ladder thingy. So it's not anything. Submissive is not a topic where it's oh my God, this is terrible, I'm not going to be a submissive wife, you can't walk over me, blah blah blah. It's not walking over you. It's letting the man, if the man can submit under God and he's leading you right, it's easy to submit and follow him, honestly, because if you follow the Bible, you can't do wrong. You can't do wrong, because God definitely don't stray you the wrong way. He's there to guide you, protect you, and everything. So.
And I know we talked about getting certain advice from our aunties or uncles, but I feel some things I like listening to is from the elderly, the people that have been married 50, 40, 60 years. When I go to work and I see our patients and I talk to them and I just ask them how long they've been married, and they just talk about it, and I'm the question I always follow, how did you do it? Literally, how did you do it?
Staying that married that long.
And they always tell me communication, just listening And so like when the men and they say just keeping her happy, and so vice versa, like I think also trying to make your person happy is very important. So yeah.
I'm sorry, I have a quick question.
Go ahead.
So, like, how would you feel if your man was like, I want you to wear, booty shorts in the house, not like sweats or big, over tee. Like, how would you feel if your man was to tell you that? Like, I want to see you more and, revealing
at home?
Yeah, at home.
I will come on naked if you want me to. Like, to me, like, okay, I don't know about y'all, but I'm very comfortable in my skin in my humble abode. Like, and if I'm married and I'm living in my house with my husband, okay. Hey.
Literally, I feel like if you're at home, you should do what you want to do. It's your home, like.
And if that makes him feel more, I don't know, as a man or welcoming, okay. I mean, shoot,
like I just feel like it's your home. You should be able to do whatever you want in your home.
Yeah.
I think one thing, like. I overheard my mom and her friends talking about like a female, like when you're home, you have to wear something nice. Like she was
like my mom has said that. Like, and I've seen my mom do it too. My mom has said that until second person. Like, if he's telling me, honey, I want you to be a bit more revealing at home. Will come on naked if you want me to, baby.
And the thing is, like, I always hear my mom say, "Hey, yo, my side, like you have to
keep up with yourself.
Change your hairstyle,
keep your body straight. Yeah, like.
If because when you're hanging, wear a bra, you know? Wow. Like, honestly, like, make yourself presentable.
Yeah, because that's what, like, okay, he first approached you because you were presentable and you're keeping up to you with yourself. There was maintenance with yourself, so don't let yourself go. Like, that's my advice.
But then in the relationship, you also kind of have to show him your cornrows type of thing.
Everyone's taking my wig off this night. You're going to see my natural hair.
You can ask the babe. Literally, I'd be like, listen, we're going home from a date. I'm tired.
Take off my wig.
Yes, because if you can't be comfortable around him, eggshells every day, and it's not good. So,
but he should be okay with sometimes. I want to wear sweats and I want to be comfortable. So, but there's have to be that understanding that today I walk on naked, but today I'm going to be wearing sweats.
Yeah,
be okay with both,
and then it's your home as well. Like, it's nobody else's home. It's your home.
Now if there's kids, that's a different story. But we're talking about no kids in the house. So. All right, ladies. So this was definitely fun. Like, there's so much more I want to ask you and keep going, but time. This was like over 30 minutes. I'm sorry, my viewers, but I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation and took advice or something from what they both said. These are ladies who I absolutely admire because they're like literally like the type of girlfriends that I also want to be when I'm in a relationship. Like, they are.
Oh, thank you.
So, but before we go, I would like to give to both of you an Empower Her shirt for being a guest on my show.
The story behind this shirt.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna buy the shirt. Oh my god. What's it say on the back?
Elevate it in my wow. Inspired to inspire. Wow. Thanks.
I've been waiting.
Oh my god. All right, y'all. Thank you. I'm gonna see y'all later. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.